BC, how's it going? Alright, I'm back with some albums and some 45s. And it's going to be short on the albums because they're basically upgrades. Not everything, but most of it is. So I'm just going to flash through those, and got some cool 45s to show, as well as a couple other goodies. So let's get going. Oh, by the way, got that at the Harvest Moon concert. Alright, what's on the turntable? Opening track by the Poppers from their second album called South Down Road. Really killer heavy psych rock. Best song on the album. This is a pretty mediocre album, as is the first one, but both offer some nice tracks, and I think this album is my favorite of the two. It gets better on side 2, but side 1's pretty weak after this song. But pretty cool. They were Canadian, and I got the cool insert that it came with. So on the back, it's got these images of the band, and what you do is you cut them out and you make yourself a flip book, you know, like a little movie flip book. And I'm sure you've all done that when you were kids, so you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is, I guess it opens up, but there's nothing on the end. I mean, they gypped us here. They could have done something on the inside. Okay. This is a 1982 comp on the Psychedelic label. Nice near mint original, clean as a whistle. And I had one similar to this, but mine was the one that had the checkerboard Psych cover with, I think it's purple and white ink. But this is pretty good. It's got the Lemon Fog on side 1, which is a little softer, folky garage. And then side 2 is a little more like garage punk, and it's by the Nomads. And a lot of this is like previously unreleased, as well as tracks taken from 45s. So it's on the Orbit label. And that's the label that these bands were originally on, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's correct. Alright, I'll flash a few of my upgrades, and I got this really nice stereo Monkeys in the Shrink, and this is the second version where it has the male Papa Gene with a G, and if you have this album with a J, like a female Gene, that's the original first early pressing. But I was really glad to get this because my other second issue stereo copy was it was a bit rough. So that was a nice grab, and upgraded my mono second album by the Bo Brummels. So this was a nice score. I'd love to get stereo copies of the first 2 albums, but both of mine are mono. Got this great copy of Jefferson Airplane Volunteers Quadraphonic issue. I think this came out in '73. I think that's right. I could be wrong by a year or something. I don't know. But I think it's '73. So it's got the original price sticker of $4.77 there. And this is what the label looks like. Just nice and minty. So this is the insert that it came with. It's got the revolting headline. And there's actually two versions of it. The first version said volunteers. And if you look down here in the bottom, it's got the catalog number, and there's no RE. RE was like a RCA code for revised or reissue. So that tells you it hadn't been changed in any way, but if you look at this one, it's got the RE in the corner. So what they did was they changed the headline, but I think other than that, everything else is the same. Now this is awesome because it's got, not only is it quadraphonic mixes, they're alternate takes. Maybe not everything, and there's like different times for the tracks too. Now I wrote down a few things, but if you want to see a side-by-side comparison of the original issue and the quadraphonic issue, you can go to the Volunteers album wiki, and you can see the differences. So I have a few written down here. We Can Be Together is an alternate take. Wooden Ships doesn't have the ocean waves intro. Volunteers is an alternate take. Hey Frederick is longer. And Eskimo, the heavy gray slick track that's on side 1, I believe it's on side 1. Let me check, because I don't want to be lying to you folks. No, I'm mistaken. Hey Frederick is the gray slick heavy track, and Eskimo Blue Day is on side 2. So Eskimo has slightly different lyrics, and it also has a completely different vocal track. Okay. Now I had this album in Japanese form, 1980 issue, and I traded that in to get this. This is an original UK direct hits by The Who. Really nice condition, clean. So nice. So yeah, this is just a really nice, well done rarities comp that they put out in the UK. And let me turn off the jams. Okay, well, let me try again. There, I got it. Nice little handy remote. So in the US here, we got an album called On Tour, which is basically the same concept, but a lot of the songs were different compared to this one. Yeah, the mastering on that was just really shabby. That no care was taken into putting that album together. I think I even read one of the tracks is it it drags at the beginning or something like that. But this is so much better, and yeah, The Who were not happy when they found out about that On Tour album that came out. Okay, this was a huge upgrade for me. The copy I had was VG, and so I got this really nice clean copy, and it's Something Else by the Kinks, stereo, US, and still in the original shrink wrap, so the cover is like in incredible condition. So this is just a mind blower, because if you've ever seen this album around or have a copy, chances are that the covers were worn, because just the way that the ink process that they use for the cover is, it just wears super easy, very fragile. So yeah, wow, very pleased. It was a cutout, sold for $1.88. It has the metal grommet in the corner, which a lot of Kinks albums have those, and I like the idea of the metal grommet. I would rather have that than some cut corner, some saw cut, or some, you know, punch out hole with an ice pick. You know, this is just so much better. Okay, this next one I got is it's a vintage greatest hits comp by the Small Faces. And I was missing a lot of Small Faces, so I only had that US album that came out in '68. So a lot of the tracks that are on here I did not have. So this is like near mint. I think it's from the late 70s. Yeah, 1977 is when it came out. So this was, and I got this pretty cheap, so that was a nice pickup. Okay, I got the worst Strawberry Alarm Clock album, A World in a Seashell. This is the third album, and it's pretty dismal. I read the band was kind of forced into doing this style of music by the producers, so it wasn't of their own creative direction, you know. Side one is pretty damn boring, just really sappy pop. It gets a little bit better on side two, but yeah, this is just the worst of their 4 albums. And now I'm just missing the second album that has the illustration of an old man with a beard. Okay, before we get going with some 45s, I recently celebrated the 40th anniversary of the 1982 US Festival, which I went to in California. And I have this DVD that came out a couple years ago, and it's the B-52's complete set. So, if I'm not mistaken, this was on Saturday, September 3rd, 1982. So I popped this baby in on September 3rd, and I watched it again. Now, I'd watched it once before when I first bought it, but I watched it again on the 40th anniversary. So, really cool. Alright, let's get going with some 45s that I picked up. And this first one is something that Randy, DeadWax66, sent me. I think this could be previously unreleased, I don't know. It shows a record of acetate. So maybe these were taken from that, I don't know. Limited edition of 750 copies. Really cool raw mover on side 1, and side 2 is a little more jangly poppy. But this is a Chicago band, the Crees 4. And there's no bio or anything about it, so I don't really know anything about the band. But very, very good record. Alright, a lot of you boomers will remember these. I picked this up really cheap, and it's one of those Archie's cardboard cereal box records. Probably from '69, possibly '68. So, pretty cool. And each record was individually stamped. This is a number 2, so the song is Catching Up on Fun. This next one is a Beatles Paul is Dead novelty record by the Mystery Tour. And it came out in November of 1969 when all the Paul is Dead rumors became big news, and I got this promo, clean, super clean copy. Ballad of Paul on the flip side. And, oh, actually it's Ballad of Paul on both sides, but I think they're different versions. One's vocal and one's instrumental. I don't know what it was. It says the Ballad of Paul, Follow the Bouncing Ball. This is what it says. I played it once, but it was a while ago. But this is a good record. Several of those novelty Paul is Dead records got released. And that's one of the better ones for sure. Okay, this one's really cool. And it's The Crusher by the Novas, and the Cramps covered this song. If you know the Cramps, you've probably heard them do this. Do the Hammer Lock, You Turkey Necks. And the B-side is Take 7, which is a pure surf instrumental. So this came out in November of 1964, and it is a pebble. So this is pretty cool. I think it's pretty clean actually. I would say a really nice VG, you know, at the lowest. So cool find. These aren't expensive. They can be had. But it's still a very cool record to have. Now I picked up a couple of, at the Antique Mall, I picked up a couple of Japanese Little Richard 45s, originals from the 50s. Now these did have picture sleeves. The picture sleeves are long gone. But yeah, the records are not very bad condition at all. I mean, they're like, you know, pretty clean actually. And they sounded great, of course. So you got on this one I got The Girl Can't Help It from the movie, and the B-side is All Around the World, and this one is Rip It Up, and the other side is Ready Teddy. So this one come out in April of 57, and this one come out in May of 57. Alright, look at this beaut. It's a US copy with an excellent picture sleeve, hardly any wear to that sleeve. Now once you start getting past this sleeve, I mean as far as earlier, they get really hard to get. So I've got this one. I think I'm missing the We Love You picture sleeve, but I've got this one on up as far as 60 Stones goes. And there's a label with the correct company sleeve. And the record is as clean as the picture sleeve. Alright, when I was going through my closet to dig this out, I come across this, so I thought I'd go ahead and show it. I mean, I had it in my hand. It's just a little collection of cool buttons that I have. And these aren't all my buttons, but it's a big majority of them anyway. And those are all like original buttons from the 60s, and there's an Elvis flasher there, see it? And this one is Jefferson Airplane Loves You, Flight Translove Airways, and that one I've got like around 1980 at the swap meet, and so I've had it over 40 years. This one's actually from probably, I think it's from the 1930s, judging by the style of the art. And I thought that was just hilarious. I had to get that. This Quisp, it's actually a money clip, now that might be some sort of modern money clip, I don't know. I doubt if it's 60s, but it's really cool. So that was a cool thing to pick up. And this one I found garbage picking when I was a kid. This Mr. Softy Safety Club. And if you're a boomer, you remember Mr. Softy. They had ice cream trucks that would drive around through your neighborhood. And they may even have had actual brick and mortar setups, I don't know. But yeah, this Mr. Peabody flasher's pretty cool. I think, it says what that's, I think it's out of a cereal box if I remember right. It says on the back of it. So yeah, kind of fun, man. I like stuff like this. All right, that's gonna do it, I guess. And I do have another stack of stuff to show. It's gonna be more 70s, 80s era stuff. But I do have more, so I'll try and get another one up pretty soon. So yeah, I hope everybody's been doing well. I've been working like a dog, but you know, you got to bring home the bacon, right? I mean, this hog needs the bacon, right? All right, everybody, take care. Catch ya.